What's up, champ? I'm Vince Delmonte of MassMechanics.com. In this video, we have got the truth about skull crushers. All right, this video is going to open your eyes up to why this might not be the best exercise for building bigger triceps. We're going to look at it from a mechanical standpoint. We're going to save your elbows and your wrists in the process, and I'll give you a better alternative. Very simple. Let's get into it. Like last time, we've got to take our bodybuilding hat off to really gain a new perspective on this. So, bodybuilding hats off, throw them in the garbage, and let's open our mind and our eyes up to a new way of how the body wants to move. It's actually quite simple, guys. In the last video, we did the truth about biceps. This video is almost going to be identical because we're simply moving in the opposite direction. And what we discussed there is the biggest mistake people make in the gym is trying to focus on the path of the dumbbell, focusing on the path of the barbell, and not understanding that when you attach your joints to a fixed object, they have to create solutions to move around that bar, because that bar isn't gonna break, it's stronger than you. So when we're doing our skull crushers, as you can see here, we are disrespecting the path of the joint. If we look at the path of the joint, it wants to move like this. All right, if we look at this from the side, this is the path of your elbow joint. All right, it's like a hinge jaw. A hinge wants to move in a linear fashion. That's the way it was designed. I didn't design your elbows. That's how your elbows are designed. They want to close and they want to open. This is the only function of a hinge joint. So the moment you disrespect the path of the joint and you resort to an exercise that bodybuilder A, bodybuilder B said is a good exercise for your triceps, you're now creating stress in and out of the joint. So if we look at this tricep skull crusher, when we put our hands here, our elbows have to move in and out to maintain this, and our wrists even have to do some changes, but this isn't the path of the joint. The path of the joint would allow you to finish here, not keep you fixed right in here. And this is how you smash up your elbows doing barbell skull crushers. Even if you go with the easy bar, you still have the same problems. So I'll be honest, guys, if you want to save your elbows, most barbell, easy bar exercises for your elbows are going to cause you more harm than good in the long term. Yes, you'll put a bit of tension into your triceps, but it's going to cost you your wrists and your elbows in the process. All right? And there's no extra benefit to doing a skull crusher with a barbell or with an easy bar than there is doing it with a dumbbell. So if we're working with the dumbbells here, we can now get external rotation at our shoulder. We can keep this elbow in alignment, the upper arm and the lower arm in the path of the carry angle, and we can work in this path. We can respect the path of the joint. We can focus on what the joint wants to do, which is going to save your elbows, it's going to save your wrists, and you're going to create just as much tension on your triceps. Yes, you're going to have fewer exercise options, but that doesn't matter. You don't need a million exercises to build your arms. You just need a few good exercises that you can produce force with and create tension, and you can build on over the years. You don't need 12 exercises to build your triceps, you need just a couple. Your body doesn't know, oh, good job, you're doing a skull crusher today, we're going to reward you some extra points. It doesn't work like that, guys. So it's very simple. Path of the joint, start working with dumbbells, ropes, things that allow you to respect this path, own this path, and not change this stuff because you're marrying your body to a relationship it was never meant to be in a relationship with. I'm gonna give you one more thing we didn't go much in depth on in the biceps video with. Because this is the path of the joint, we're gonna get better range of motion, because when we focus on the path of the joint, we're now not thinking just about up and down, which what most people do. We're actually thinking about forwards, backwards. So your cues are forwards, 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 and then backwards, backwards, backwards. So it's no longer up and down, which is this. It's forwards. Let's do this better. Pretend I'm lying on my back. Backwards, forwards, backwards, and we're thinking about creating a big arc. Arc, 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 arc. So it's not this. Very small range of motion, trash your elbows, high risk, low return. So one of the things we know about building muscles, we want a great time under tension. How can we do that? By adding more distance, by adding more range of motion. So pretend I'm lying on my back. These are my dumbbells right here. Now what we can focus on doing is backwards, and then we're not just thinking about up here, we're thinking about forwards. Backwards, forwards. And we're creating this big arc. All right, that's gonna create maximal tension on your triceps. And what we're able to do is we're gonna be able to keep this wrist in alignment, we're gonna keep these elbows in alignment, and we're now not trashing this stuff up. You'll see most people, their wrists are doing all this kind of thing. The weight is breaking them right here, and they're wondering, why is my wrist bugging me? Their elbows are going in and out to work around the dumbbell, and then why my elbow's always bugging me? It's because you're not respecting the path of the joint. All right, you're listening to too many bodybuilders, and bodybuilders look at things differently. We have to look at things as a biomechanic expert and just understand the path wants to do this, it doesn't want to do this, wasn't meant to do that, so let's respect that. That's a good thing. All right, and just let's now find exercises that won't hurt us, but will help us. If you're ready to take the next step in your exercise execution so that you get more from less, check out massmechanics.com, link up here, first link in the description. 5 hours of how to exercise execution coaching. Very in-depth stuff that I've learned from my mentors over the last 5-6 years, stuff that very few people know, and most men will never come close to even discovering because they're just listening to everything on YouTube here, and they're not going to experts who are learning from people outside of this YouTube world. Can you believe that? There's actually people out there that know more than the people in here. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.